I want to use this Blizzard. So we have a rare opportunity for a good Blizzard. I'm going to take this. And an upgraded Reinforced Body or a third Blizzard. Also fourth copy of Blizzard. Let's go. Next up, the Defect, our Orby boy on Ascension 2 here. Normal enemies now do more damage output. Potion could have given me a perfect fight there, yes. I did choose not to use it, and I do slightly regret that. But only slightly. You know, I'm actually pretty tempted by this early Burning Elite. Normally, this would be a very deadly encounter, potentially, but I think Runic Pyramid can actually get away with it. As we'll be able to guarantee we take very little damage in these combats, and we should be able to assemble something that kills Gremlin Knob. Hexaghost at the end of the act. We're gonna be spicy here. So spicy. Unavoidable turn 1 damage, though. Both lice are too tough to kill with 3 strikes, and the Blonks don't get there. If we lose here, well, those are some words. You mean if we lose here? Should know better than to think we're gonna lose here. Man, Reinforced Body, one of Defect's premium block cards. But I think getting an attack that channels a Frost Orb is a good idea. This Cold Snap will make our Burning Elite a lot safer. One bad day, thank you so much for the 2 months. And a big thank you to everybody who said happy birthday so far today, which has been so many people. Now, if we weren't fighting a Burning Elite so quickly, I might feel allowed to take Reinforced Body. It's even a pretty good skill against Gremlin Knob, actually. Just need that guaranteed damage. Damage. Liquid Memories will definitely help. So could a Static Discharge. Doing damage back whenever we take... creating Lightning Orbs, excuse me, whenever we take damage. Or a Sweeping Beam doing 6 damage to all enemies drawing a card. Drawing cards is good with Runic Pyramid. Real Scuba Steve, thank you so much for the generous 5 gifted subs. And Thorindor, thank you so much for the 1,000 birthday bits. Chat continuing to be legends today. Don't forget we're doing an extra long stream today, so there is much, much, much Spire to come. I'm taking this Discharge. I think we can put it to really good use. Now we do want a Reinforced Body or some kind of Baalorlord card. Self-Repair is nice with our Static Discharge. I think both Go for the Eyes and Steam Barrier are good too. Go for the Eyes reducing enemy damage output, and it'll always work because we can always retain it until the enemy is attacking. Or Steam Barrier just 0 cost block 6. And with Static Discharge, I think we're incentivized to have block cards that have a bunch of different numbers on them, so that we can create enough block to block -1 or -2. I think there's a reasonable hope of that, Fireworks. Alright, and let's dig for a relic, too, because I'm feeling a little greedy. Ceramic Fish for 7 HP. Perfect. Now, whenever we add a card to the deck, ouch, we will gain some money. It's quite the turn 1 here. Lose 15 HP. Hit points going into this Burning Elite starting to be a little bit concerning. Dang it, I knew that was going to happen. And Fireworks, thank you as well for the 5 gifted subs. The madness, the generosity, the shenanigans. No to Hello World. Force Field that I can't play. Also no. I guess we take a Chaos or we skip. Ooh. This is going to be tough. Random orbs aren't bad. Okay. Who's it gonna be? It is max HP sentries. That's pretty reasonable, thankfully. Marl Dog, thank you so much for the incredibly generous 10 gifted subs. And Batapatapone, thank you so much for the 7. Together that's 17. Which is not how old I am. Do I need to Liquid Memories that? Probably Liquid Memoriesing Cold Snap, maybe? These sentries are going to be tough for us. Yeah, I think we need to Liquid Memories our Cold Snap. We gotta pick one to kill here. We have a dual cast Frost for later. Cycle a Zap back or cycle Strike? Let's cycle the Zap. Or the Strike, excuse me. Because the Strike targets an enemy, the Zap does not. We take a bunch of damage on that turn, but now with 2 Frost Orbs and them only attacking for 9 on this Ascension level, it should be relatively easy to block from here. Mr. DNA, thank you so much for the gifted sub. For the birthday. How's it going, Fisk Stick? And Dot Jason. Give me a new orb. Yes. Good orb. Still remember they used to attack for 8, but that was when they added wounds, right? Instead of dazed. Those were scary times. These guys were real nasty when they added wounds. Or am I think... There was maybe a time where they only dazed, right? Yeah, we added the Static Discharge on purpose. I think with Pyramid we'll be relatively well equipped to deal with it. To make use of it. Though it hasn't done a lot in this fight, admittedly. Misfire, thank you for the 300 birthday bits. Okay, that wasn't that bad, honestly, for a Burning Elite on floor 6 after taking the spicy start. We come out of it without too much loss, and there's the reinforced body that I wanted, but what about a Core Surge? To give us Artifact. Actually, I really do think I want this reinforced body. Ray Del Bono, thank you as well for the 7 gifted subs, lucky number 7. Core Surge sure is nice with Pyramid. I'm a little worried about our block output at the moment, but I'm also a little bit worried about our damage output, and I think the damage matters more than the block. Overwatch, thank you for the 1,000 Hepburf. You know, I didn't realize I was going into a second Elite fight without a heal in between. That is spooky. Well, I'm not worried about Laga, so let's worry about this fight. Big yikes. We're going to be low on HP going out of this fight, that's for sure. This blocks for 3. Shouldn't have to take any more damage from here, at least I'm really, really hoping that's the case. 7, go to 18. Hopefully he's not attacking a third time. Oh god. Please no. Help! No! It's all wrong. 11 HP against Gremlin. I don't know if I could make that work very well. That's gonna be really sketchy. There've been some nasty opening combats. Pyramid may be the shortest ladder of all, owing to my excessively aggressive pathing. And then getting really nasty Act 1 combats? Well, anything can happen. Okay, that did not generate a Frost Orb like I was hoping. We'll take 9, go to 9? And Austin Fuego, thank you so much for the 1,000 birthday bits as well. Okay, potion can help a lot, and I think a second cold snap will save my life. Okay, like it feeling good. That out of my hands. I think we win this fight. Your expectations of losing are unfounded, chat members. Might not even need to use the colorless potion here. Gonna shuffle the deck with the strikes in hand so that I don't have to draw them again. Remember, this enemy only attacks for 18 on this Ascension level. By default here. Sean! Thank you so much for that 12 gifted subs. A regular dozen of support. We're gonna block the dexterity down. We're actually just gonna strike, strike, strike here. Keep the go for the eyes. Nice. See, no problem. Didn't even have to use both potions. Frozen Egg will upgrade any powers we take from here on out, and I really like a Chill for even more Frost generation, as well as a card that we can upgrade to be innate. And I think drawing Chill Plus on turn 1 really helps with the kind of scary turn 1s that Runic Pyramid can end up with. Or we could simply just put it in our opening hand automatically with this Bottled Lightning. Actually, that sounds great. Should have taken that floor 2 capacitor over the static? Maybe. Maybe. That was also a reasonably good bottle on the chaos there. Okay, it is Norbert. But we do not get vulnerable. So I'm not so afraid here. Don't want to lose my Dark Orb yet. We'll block like so. Dual cast this Frost Orb, this Dark Orb this turn for big damage. Because we can't full block this hit. Or can we? You would go to... What is this, base of 14 on this Ascension level? Be base of 20... Yeah, we'd be one block short. 4. Not so bad, we get a meat on the bone healing us after combats if we're below half HP. This is looking like a pretty good deck for a barrage, doing damage per channeled orb. It's easy to get the orb slots filled. And unlike normally, if we draw the barrage on turn 1 when it doesn't do anything, although it will always do something because of Bottled Chill here. Even when it doesn't do anything, we can retain it. Somebody said they wanted Storm shenanigans. We have both Orrery, enabling us to choose and add 5 cards to the deck, and a Storm Plus. Whenever you channel a power... Whenever you, play a power card, channel 1 lightning. Man, hard not to immediately pop open this Orrery and see what's inside. Ornithopter could be okay, although with the meat on the bone, I'm less inclined for sustain. I think Sunder's really good with Pyramid. Let's see what's in the Orrery, though. Skim, pretty good with Pyramid. Ho ho ho. 2 upgraded powers, including Focus. Actually Blizzard? Chill, Cold Snap, Cold Snap? Maybe. And another Skim or a Reinforced Body. And don't forget, we're gaining money per card we add here. Actually, don't hate this Blizzard. Double Skim, Fusion, Recycle, you can go infinite. You know, that's not wrong. Yes, there is an infinite combo in there. You have to upgrade the Fusion first. And it doesn't... Yeah, it works better with an upgraded dual cast, too. That's a cool way to win, actually, from here. I really like that. Though infinites do get a little repetitive towards the end. Very tempting to go... I want to use this Blizzard. Because we have a rare opportunity for a good Blizzard. I'm going to take this. Take the Reinforced, take the Skim, take the Defrag Plus. Don't think I take one of these. Hey, Solrak Novak. I guess Recycle could play reasonably well with Blizzard. Helping us draw the Ross cards over and over again. Recycle's really good with Runic Pyramid in general. Definitely want to remove a strike. So do I add a Storm Plus? I don't think so. Now, let's take the Recycle, don't take the Storm. Don't take the Sunder? I want to get the end of it. What do you keep recycling? So you simply recycle until there's a total of fewer than 10 cards in the deck. Doesn't matter what you recycle, you just recycle the things that aren't part of the infinite, essentially. And then the infinite becomes 2 copies of Skim, 1 copy of Fusion Plus, upgraded, which is 1 energy, channel 1 plasma orb. And so you play Fusion Skim, and Skim draws the Fusion and the other Skim. Fusion Skim. Each time you evoke a plasma orb, you gain 2 energy. So 2 energy is draw 3, gain 2 energy back, and then you have a 3rd card you can be playing. And if it's a 0-cost card like Go for the Eyes, you can incorporate that in there. Not quite a full block, huh? Beam Cell makes the Blizzard hit quite a bit harder. And our Barrage hit quite a bit harder. Just getting Vuln is good. Charge Battery, not block. Why bottle the Chill when we could just upgrade it? Because upgrading, you know, I can upgrade different cards, and I had nothing else I wanted on my turn 1. with the deck. So it saved me an upgrade, basically. Otherwise, it's like, skip the Bottle Lightning entirely. Which I would prefer not to do. Don't mind this charged battery, actually. Good with their reinforced. Let's go a little more on the block side, I guess. And for Hexaghost, there's a lot of upgrades that are good, but let's get this Recycle upgraded. So that it's a zero-cost, energy-generating kind of card. 4 damage? This might be a long Hexa fight. We upgrade over Blizzard Recycle. Which might not have even been correct for this fight. Genuinely. I want to exactly draw this Recycle. Go Cold Snap Skim here. Cycle one of these Defend cards. Get our Defrag down. Shuffle with Barrage and Blizzard in the hand? That's maybe not good. Boob! Thank you so much for the Prime sub and the 3 months. Of support. Okay, keep dunking Defend cards. Now 8 entire damage. Ten entire damage. And then we get the bonus redraw anyway, so might as well play that. Definitely gonna have to block the Inferno here. Make sure we have charged battery available then. Go for the Eyes for that. Go for the Eyes Reinforced Body will easily put a stop to this turn. Hell, we barely even need to play the Reinforced Body. 15, 20. We don't mind these burn pluses so much. 1, low Ascension Hexaghost doesn't add as many total burns. 2, we have Recycle Plus that can destroy them. And 3, we always have retained stuff in our hand anyway. Ah! Still a full block, though. Get him, Blizzard. GG. Team of Zambonis, thank you so much for the $3 donation and those happy birthday wishes. Much love to you. So, more orbs from Rainbow. Amplify lets us play a power card twice. Could be double defrag. Would have loved this Amplify had we taken Storm or Fission, letting us remove orbs or upgraded Evoke orbs, gaining energy and drawing a card for each orb removed. I like both the Rainbow and the Fission here. I really want to scale up this Blizzard. Let's take a Rainbow. Good recycle target, too. And... interesting. We can take 3 free relics with Calling Bell here. One common, one uncommon, one rare. A bunch of stuff with a tiny house, or lose access to potions in exchange for more energy, which I'm unsure that we need. Let's take some relics. What do we get? Smiling Mask for cheap removals. We will definitely appreciate that with Runic Pyramid. 10 max HP with Pair, good with the meat on the bone, and Boat Thingy for 18 block on turn 3. Good stuff. Okay, this deck needs quite a few upgrades. Looks like those are on hold though, because it's elite fighting time. Really do want to upgrade the Blizzard though. Probably this way, elite, upgrade, upgrade elite. One more upgrade at the end. We'll get a cheap removal early on. Take maybe a couple of events? Yeah. Feels reasonable. Any key? Where's the any key? Want to evoke this Frost for more Blanc. Take 1 damage only. Get that out of my hand before we get cursed. The dazeds into the draw pile aren't as bad. When you just have a whole hand of cards you're retaining anyway. Silvardo, thank you so much for those 100 bits and the happy birthday wishes. All these cards are good in their own right, but I think we want to keep the deck small. Tempest is a good recycle target as an X cost. Recycle an X cost card, you'll gain X energy, whatever your current energy is. There's Heat Sinks. I do like another copy of Skim quite a bit, especially for only $34. Feels like we would need a second recycle, though. Decent potions here. How about the relics? Bronze Scales, good for some return damage. This is definitely a slower deck, so the Bronze Scales would help a lot, particularly against, say, a Book of Stabbing. You don't buy the Bronze Scales, birds are next? I think we'd take out the birds, no problem. Yes, Mason 2. Prices in the shop are random within a range, so each item in the shop has a base price, and that price is, I believe, approximately 80 gold, 50 gold for common cards, 80 gold for uncommon cards, 150 gold for rare cards, 150 gold for common or shop relics, 250 gold for uncommon relics, 300 gold for rare relics. And then that's modified by a random amount, up to 10% more or less on cards, and up to 5% more or less on relics. Additionally, the colorless cards cost like 10 or 20% more, because they're fancy or something. Yeah, let's take Bronze Scales in a striker move. That's completely reasonable. This is a early and pretty good algorithm too. Welcome. Birds are next, by the way. They totally are. And they're totally dead to Bronze Scales. Hello? Terrifying. Excuse you, stinky birds. So you can block for 21 plus... Yeah, we can get Static Discharge to help here. In fact, we take almost nothing with the Static, I think. Yeah, that'll work. We go Static Discharge, Charged Battery, Reinforced. We'll take 4? Give or take? Not one more. 5. Kind of dig a Recursion here. Recursion actually helps with Blizzard too. Evoke your next orb, channel the orb that was just evoked. If we cycle a Frost Orb, it counts as a new one. And it's a 0-cost card, which we kind of want right now. Would have taken the Cool-Headed, I think, if it hadn't been upgraded, but with the upgrade, I like it a lot. Palace Potion, Blessing... Book of Memory is pretty powerful. I guess we'll take that over the deck spot. Give me either another Chill, or a Bias Cog Plus. Actually seems even better than a Glacier. Or a second Blizzard, or a Chill. Oh my god. Hold on. Options. It's gotta be Bias Cog Plus with a Core Surge in the deck, surely. That's so much free focus. We can't turn that down. But I like any of these 3 as well. Story takes place in a giant isolated building underground as the outside conditions have become unbearable. The novel is mired with conspiracies, propaganda, and injustice. You ponder if similar dynamics are at play within the Spire. We are offered bites, replacing our strikes with 5 bites that let us heal. With our health so high, with the meat on the bone, and with only 2 strikes remaining in the deck, we do not want to be a vampire today. That's a reasonable upgrade potion. Buffs the genetic permanently, gives us a bit more block, and makes Static Discharge 2 orbs per hit. We're all pretty good for this fight. We could colorless potion as well, try to get either bomb or card draw. I'm willing to use 2 potions here. This is a pretty dangerous fight. Let's colorless potion first. We do get draw. My personal suspicion is that that event is a reference to Fallout, by the way, the library event that we just read. But it could be interpreted as referencing quite a few different things. Okay, we'll be vulnerable next turn, but with Captain's Boat thingy coming up, I don't think that's a huge problem. Give me some focus, please. 17 block. Take 1, perfect. Nine damage? No, 11 damage. Now we are strong. Oddly Smooth Stone makes our Blunks block for 1 more. There's the second chill. I am going to take another one to power up these blizzards even more and just make a ton of orb generation. And we're going to upgrade our blizzard so that it does 3 damage per frost orb rather than 2. The novel Wool by Hugh Howey. Few alternate texts to the event that reference different novels. That makes even more sense, Uncle Sam. That the library event would be referencing real world books that the probably that the devs like is very, very fitting. Sure. This is like Zap Dual Cast Chill. That'd be 14. Not a full block. What about this? That is, yeah. So we can just negate the downside of the bias cognition by playing Core Surge on the same turn, giving us 5 permanent focus. $15 damage to all enemies, that's pretty good. And it only gets stronger as we play more Frost. I like more Frost and more card draw. Heatsinks and Creative AI could be good in their own right, too. Regal Pillow, where we're going, we don't need sleep. We have meat to sleep on. Meat. Okay, upgrades that are good from here. I like more card draw on Skim. Any other energy upgrades we have access to? Yes. Dual Cast and Zap are both energy upgrades. This is a good deck to upgrade Dual Cast in. Let's do that. Make it 0 cost. Odd One, thank you so much for the Prime sub in those 2 months. By the way. No, Frozen Egg won't upgrade the Creative AI powers, unfortunately. The Egg Relics will only upgrade things that are being permanently added to the deck. It's a very expensive set of cards, unfortunately. Cycle can make us more energy, but... yeah. It's happening regardless. Get him, Bronze Scales. Question mark? We draw Biased and Plant, maybe? No. Yes, Confusion is blocked by the Artifact. Good question, Kill a Penguin. Yes. We'll let this Lightning Orb do work. Dang it. I actually did not want a Frost Orb there. It says plus on it. Oh, actually, the Beam Cell to scale our Blizzard. This is very important. 2 vulnerable, please. Let's see. 28. Yikes. Summon more gremlins, I dare you. Yes, make it happen. Make it happen. Four additional frost orbs, please. This now does 33 damage to all enemies. Not bad. Not bad at all. Pen Nib to double our blizzards, and another defrag for more focus. Compound River's pretty good too, for more card draw. Actually, the Compound River with this rainbow might even be better. And it has the upgrade for free on it too, although so does this. Feels like we have plenty of focus. Take a compile. Recycling an X cost card gives you X energy, so it functions as a double energy card, essentially. Okay, you gotta die first. Well, we can Chosen next turn. Yeah. Take 2. So there, recycling with 3 energy gives us 3 energy back. We can now just play pretty much the whole hand here. 18, 27. Another upgraded Cool-Headed for more card draw and more frost. Yes. And I think an event over a combat at this point. Could be a removal, which it is. It totally is. Lots of good things here. We could take Vajra for 1 more strength. Toolbox is more cards on turn 1. Love that with Runic Pyramid. Another copy of Cool-Headed. Copy of Dark Shackles, letting us lower an enemy's strength by 9. That's pretty good too. And I can't afford the toolbox and a card removal, unfortunately. That's right, Vajra is just +1 for all of Blizzard. It doesn't increase the damage Blizzard does per orb. Could go card removal Fruit Juice. I think it's going to be card removal Dark Shackles. Personally. Shut down those heart multi-attacks in a nice, convenient way. Pretty good against so many other foes, too, of course. Let's get our card draw upgraded now. I feel like what this deck is really missing at this point is a hologram upgraded or something. Hello. Ooh, this is going to be a good Blizzard fight. Orbs, please. Okay, we're stealing the rarest cards in the draw pile. That's Rainbow and then one of the uncommons. This one takes Rainbow, this one takes an uncommon. I skim. That's acceptable. You may have it. And already this is now 30 damage. That's not bad. Recycle on average I think is pretty good for a Snecko deck, Curses. The odds that Recycle is more expensive than the most expensive card in your hand is very unlikely. With a 7-card hand, basically. That's how I like to think about it. Okay, this deck does not need sap. Play that just to free up a hand slot here. Good old hand clog. Real problem. That's a full block. Pen-nibbed Blizzard does 78... Wait, we can do more than that. 84 damage. Bonk. GG. GG, everybody. Offered a second bias cog. Don't have the artifact to make this work, but that is a ton of potential focus being offered. Honestly feels a little redundant, as odd as that sounds to say. Although it'll help us get the combo down earlier. And it's good for more emergency frost. Yeah, let's take one more. Here is Snecko with our Runic Pyramid, or again, Cursed Key Omamori offering us just free energy TM. I like that more than taking a Busted Crown, restricting our card picks. Let's do it. Hyper Beam just a meme there? Basically. The thing that Hyper Beam does is mostly also achieved by our Blizzard at this point. Hilariously. Kind of weird to have a Blizzard that's so good that you can say that, but we have one. Looking at our paths here. This path gets a lot of upgrades as well as one more removal. Upgrades that we're looking for include... Chaos? Go for the eyes? Go for the eyes. Hologram. A hologram that we're going to add to the deck. That's what we're going to upgrade. Triple boop, my dear God. Thank you so much for the insanely generous 100 gifted subs. That is all of the subs forever, basically. Ye gods. 1, 2, 3, the triple boop. The legend. The boopening. The boopening, ladies and gentlemen. And by the way, Broken Bard, sorry I did not thank you earlier in the moment. Thank you so much for the very generous $25 donation. We are over 750. That is a promise from me to all of you that we are going to revisit the Rainbow Ladder, the Prismatic Shard Ladder, and as a stretch goal, can I adjust this on the fly? Let's find out. As a stretch goal, if we get to... I think I said to 900 last time. That seems like a good number. I'll have to put that on screen somehow. Then we'll also add an additional modifier to our Rainbow Ladder revisit. This time, I think no skip plus Prismatic Shard sounds like a fun challenge. I must take a card at every card reward. And they're coming from all the colors. That sounds good to me. This is 13 block, by the way. But I think we have our block game covered. Events? Could be 999 gold. Yeah. Ooh. Turn this into a Ball Lightning. That's an upgrade. Capacitor, no. Why you must be... I want to card remove. Or I want to buy the Dolly's Mirror on Blizzard, rather. Although the capacitor does seem nice. It sure seems nice. We have fish, but that's not enough money to afford both of these things, is it? No, not quite. Does leave us with a nice amount of cash, though. And we'll remove. Your time has come, Zep. Second Core Surge would have been probably better than Second Blizzard. Upon a little bit of reflection. But I'm here to have fun. That means blizzarding. Excellent. Yeah, and this is exactly why 2 Core Surges might have been pretty good. Oh yeah, these are spicy blizzards. Don't forget this. I think we have enough focus at this point. We don't need more. Nor do we want another Tempest. 1 Core Surge cannot block 2 biased cogs. It cannot. Unfortunately. That'll work. No. Could end up cursed if we hit it again, so I shall not. We can Omamori the Parasite, but then we won't be able to open our chest. We have a guaranteed use for this Omamori coming up. But we would prefer not to, if at all possible. Just like yourself on my thorns or something. Jack, thank you so much for that Prime sub. Welcome. Keep it cozy. Double your energy, huh? Yeah. Let's double our energy. Let's do that. Guess we'll upgrade this, go for the eyes. Couple decent options there. And from here... Do I want another upgrade or not? I don't think so. I think we're running close to out of good upgrades, so let's go for some events here. It's a chest! That I don't want to open. Well, you could. But I think I'd rather open the next chest. We already have the blue keys, so we do get to keep the relic inside. Small chests like this one contain either a common or an uncommon relic, never a rare. Does the Blizzard deck beat the Giant Head? It's the question we ask ourselves every day. That's true, there had a higher chance of a banger preparation in there. Could have been a really good relic indeed. She wants to recursion the Frost Orbs, hilariously. Big attacks coming soon. Coming now. And a Blizzard, perfect. For 113! Why are you still here? You know, the Giant Head always asks, why are you still here, but never, how are you still here? I really just feel that's kind of inconsiderate. Who are you still here? A +1 focus. And an upgraded reinforced body or a third Blizzard. Okay, another small chest. This one we will open. It's a potion belt for 2 more potion slots. That's great. I'm gonna go this way. Take 13 plus 10. 1. 1. Hey, Ghosts are cool. So happy to see you still hanging around. I still remember your soldier from the old XCOM days. Wife says, thanks for all the streams. She's now on Ascension 6 after watching me play. That's awesome. Congrats to her on her Ascension climbing, and I hope you and her are having a great time today. I think Giant Head definitely knows more than they're letting on, overall. They're keeping a secret of some kind. Almost killed here, but I gotta remember we had to play algorithm. And Gooseberry5, thank you so much for the Prime sub and the 5 months of support. Sorry, 3 months of support. Blizzard a lot better with Pyramid. Yes, like most cards, truthfully, everything is better with Pyramid. That's why I like it. Everything's better with Pyramid. But it's also better with Bottled Chill, which is actually why we first picked it up. Pyramid is the bacon of the Spire. It's true. That's exactly correct. Necromancer, thank you so much for the 8 months. Woo birthday. Heck yeah. There's the Preserved Insect, making the Spire Spear and Spire Shield smaller and cuter. Our first Claw of the Run on floor 45. Or we could have had Double Storms. Could have been fun. Damage? No, can do better than that. Worst Pyramid card besides Well-Laid Plans? Clash and Signature Move both come to mind. Those are really hard to make work with Pyramid. Cards that require you to not have other cards in your hands. Certain curses are especially bad. This is my pendant. Not my fault, I swear. Certain powers, stuff that adds a bunch of cards to your hand, like Blade Dance gets worse with Pyramid, because you have to have hand space for it. Dual Wield can be a problem for the same reason, so can Heat Sinks or Dark Embrace. Cards that destroy other cards in your hand can be awkward too, or good. Unload, for example, gets really bad with Pyramid because you probably want to be holding on to the non-attack cards that are in your hand. Again, just to name a few. Good. There's that hologram. Put a card from the discard pile into my hand. Don't mind if I do. That lets us get back Recycle or Blizzard or who knows what. Something important, I'm sure. See, this is a great fight for Blizzard. Already 18 AoE on turn 1. Oh, sorry, it's more than that. 30 damage on turn 1. Didn't even play my algorithm, that's how good that was. Rebound would be an option if we hadn't found the hologram. Ash is interesting. I love Blind here for Weaken. That'll help a lot. Definitely want some card draw. A second Shackles could be great too. There's that Panacea we were talking about to go with our second Bias Cog. That will take. Master Strat and the Blind. We also get 9 gold per card. This has been a 279 gold Ceramic Fish, by the way. Up to 39 cards in the deck currently. Which you'd think would be too many, but it's actually not too many. Greetings, Time Eater Man. Person, creature, thing. Time Eater ends our turn automatically when we play 12 cards, which definitely makes this a little awkward at times. Gonna make it difficult to get through the deck, that's for sure. Let's see. No. Play that Blizzard to remove it from my hand. For the moment. 4 cards this turn. 1. 2. 3. 4? Feels right. Wasted the pen nib, but otherwise pretty good. Tron Murders, thank you so much for the 2 months and that tier 1 sub. Keep it cozy. Okay, here's Core Surge Biased. Gonna recycle Barrage. Hologram, recycle. But don't play it yet. We can use this Dark Shackles to reset Time Eater's strength, but I don't think we're going to need to. King Smurf, thank you so much for the 13 months. The Bailers. Does it? Look at this immense block we're generating. Okay, next turn Time Eater will reset their debuffs, so we can use the Dark Shackles here to remove their strength that they have so far. Also, play a bunch of cards to really reset that timer. Debuffs get cleansed and strength is returned to the base cost. Gonna actually use our pendant properly this turn. Swear. Cold Snap. Pendant Blizzard. GG. Two thump, two thump, two thump. A deep pulsing dread can be felt throughout the room. Charge your core to its maximum. And get some ice in here. A lot of good upgrades here. Hologram to let us use that again. Panacea for one more artifact is good. But I feel compelled to upgrade our Blizzard. It's only fitting, right? I see we've got Orange Pellets, playing a power, attack, and a skill in the same turn to remove all of our debuffs. That's pretty hype, with 2 copies of Bias Cog. Also 4th copy of Blizzard. Let's go. Let's go. Got some really good potions too. Speed Potion, Orange Pellets, also very, very powerful. Okay, that's not a great turn. I've drawn only my basic cards. It's a little bit better, but still not very good. It's a bit of an ouch, huh? Block whatever debuff's about to happen. Okay, here's the good cards. Plenty. Got Hologram Recycle here. Make some room. Definitely a few too many cards in this deck. Just a few. Maybe, well, maybe a few dozen, actually. Sure, this gets played. It's our Blizzard. Here we go, perfect. And ooh, do 99 damage. Spire Elites ain't one. Alright, bonus orb slots, bonus focus, Gambler's Brew, Speed Pot, Liquid Memories. This should be good for the heart fight. Need these cards for next turn. I'll pass. So we'll chug some potions here. We want to play a power, attack, and a skill to remove our debuffage. I may even want to let the heart hit me here a bit for some static discharge value. looks like we can full block pretty easily. Two by 12, 1 by 12. No prob. Most of the good stuff still in the draw pile here. My hopes for perfecting this fight. Wait, nope, we can. We're good. Skill. Power. Attack. Although we actually blocked that with the thingy anyway. Okay, and now I have to take Beat of Death damage. Fair enough. Unless I Gambler's Brew. Well, I don't exactly want to discard... Well, maybe I do. These blizzards aren't yet where they need to be. But I think taking some Beat of Death is completely fine. In this instance. Here's my genetic. Try to get some blizzards out of my hand for now. Haven't seen Recycle yet. Would be a good turn to see it. There it is. Get rid of that, and get rid of that. Not a bad dual cast. Getting rid of stinky cards. But we may never see them again. So now 30. A little bit of a slow blizzard in this heart fight. That's about as you'd expect. More frost. $36. 117. Hey, there we go. Yes. GG. The Blizzard gets there, no prob, especially with this much focus on the Frost Orbs. Hey everyone. Thanks so much for watching. Did you know that I'm live 5 days a week on Twitch? Come join us to watch me live, ask questions, or chill with the community. Click the link in the description below to follow and be notified when I'm live. And while you're down there, make like a sandwich and sub to this channel for more fresh Baylor content. Ta-ta for now.